All right, guys, welcome to Nerd is the Word. I am Josh,
I'm Jeff.
and we have a good show planned for you. This is actually the final episode before WandaVision,
Yeah,
and
so
it is
by the time
also
by the time this one comes out, it'll be literally tomorrow.
yeah. So and also, we have some great news that came out in the past couple days. Really,
hmm
we'll get into all of that in a second. But before we do, how are you, my friend? What have you watched in our week of crazy shit happening?
It's it's been like a big sports week, so I got my Hawks hat on. We are supposed to play tonight, but uh, the Suns didn't have enough players due to like COVID tracing, so that game got canceled.
Yep.
Monday was National Championship Day. Alabama destroyed Ohio State. That made me happy.
No, well, I don't look. You know me. I know fuck all about sports, but what I do know is Alabama kind of seems to do that to everyone.
Yeah, it
Like I
happened
said,
a
I
lot.
know zero amount about sports, but that's the one thing I do know.
Yeah, so this year, actually, so they give out what is it? Heisman Player of the Year. They give out 7 offensive awards every year for like the best person at like each position.
Yeah.
Uh, Actually, no, there's probably 8. There's probably one for tight end. Um, but Alabama won 7 of them. So
I mean,
they,
like
yeah,
I said,
yeah, I think they set like the SEC scoring record for most points per game.
yeah.
So it was pretty good.
Yeah, it sounds like I've been we've been mainly watching horror movies this week. Like
Not even
we
spooky season, dog.
dude, you know me and Serena. It's always spooky season. No, we watched
I mean, with this weather, it makes sense, but yeah.
yeah. Well, before I tell you the thing I noticed that I was gonna text you about it, but Serena's like, wait till the podcast. Tell them on the podcast. We started watching on HBO Max. It's a Murder on Middle Beach.
Okay, I have no idea what that is, but sure.
It's a true crime docu-series. It's like 4 episodes. It's about this. It's 100% true story about this guy and his mom got murdered, and I don't know. I want to say it's like about 10 years ago, something like that. It was after 2010, and he's making a documentary trying to figure out who did it and everything. It's pretty good. Like, we're 2 episodes in, and last night Serena was tired because Serena started school today.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Congratulations.
that's also another thing. Hey, remember how I told you that one school decided they wanted to be mean to me and say you couldn't be there?
Uh huh.
Yeah, I figured out why. It's nothing bad. It was because I put in my application that I'm not going as a traditional college student. I'm not going straight after high school.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
So they were like, you got to wait until 5 years after you graduated from high school. I emailed them yesterday, and they're like, lucky for you, that's this summer. So I should be able to go to school for what I'm going for is a media and communications.
Okay.
They would
Yeah,
do
yeah.
like and all that and stuff like this. So I'll be able to get more knowledge and all that. But anyways, that's a tangent. But she started school this morning. It was first day of class, so we had to go to bed pretty early so she'd get some sleep.
Mm-hmm.
We were watching the second episode last night. I finished it, and I'm like looking at the clock and looking at her like, come on, I've seen you run on 4 hours of sleep. You should be fine. She's just looking at me. I was like, we're going to bed now? She's like, yeah. I'm like, it's worth a watch. If you like true crime, it's worth a watch. If you don't, I wouldn't. It's just like we watched on Netflix, American Murder, I think it's called. I can't remember what the exact. It's about this. It's another true crime thing because you know me. If people die and they make a documentary of it, I'm gonna watch it. But other than that, we watched the entire Scream franchise.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. I'm
And
not so mad about those.
and I noticed something the other day that this is what I was going to text you. Do you know who's in Scream 3? Who they're in for a cameo?
Is it Kevin Smith?
Jay and Silent Bob.
I feel like I remembered seeing that somewhere. I
Well,
haven't seen that movie in so long, but
I hadn't seen it in forever. Like, I hadn't seen any of them forever. It, just kind of went out of my head, But we started watching because on HBO Max, and they showed them. I was like, that. And then Jay's like, "Yo, look, Silent Bob." I was like, "Hold up, this means that any of the weed sold in the Scream franchise, all I'm saying is it could have come from Silent Bob. That's all I'm saying."
You know what else this means, right?
What?
That means that Scream is in the MCU.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, kind of. Scream is a movie watched in the MCU. Could be a movie watched.
Well, so in Reboot they made the jokes about Chris Hemsworth being Thor.
Yeah.
So if Jay and Silent Bob are in Scream and Jay and Silent Bob are in Reboot, that means that Scream and the MCU are in the same universe.
Yeah, in a sense, I guess. I don't know. I'm not. But other than that, just like horror movies, man. Like, I'll rewatch The Exorcist again.
Okay.
Because, well, here's the thing. They announced they're doing a remake of that.
Mm-hmm.
And if they want to remake horror movies, I'm all good with it. Because, like, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake was okay. The Friday the 13th was pretty good. The Nightmare on Elm Street wasn't a big fan of, but here's the thing. Have you ever seen The Exorcist?
No.
Okay. There's a lot of stuff in that movie. There's a lot of stuff they could only get away with in the 70s. Because if they tried to make that movie now and do everything that they did, I guarantee you someone's going to bitch about it. I mean, you got the chick, like, I know I say a lot of vulgar stuff, but I don't want to talk too nasty because, we do have other listeners. But I guess I'll just say the medical version. We got a chick masturbating with a cross. Okay. I can tell you right now, if they do a remake of that, $100, that's not in there.
Yeah, that's one of those things that I think is just kind of lost to time. Because you just probably wouldn't be able to get away with it now. Even, rated R, maybe, but...
Well, if they remake The Exorcist, it's not going to be PG-13. Because, even if they take it from the book, because it's based on a book.
Mm-hmm.
Even if they take it off the book, I don't think there's any way they could PG-13 that without doing the original a disservice. Because that is still one of the greatest horror movies ever made. And you know me, I'm a horror guy. Like, it's just something that's been injected in my veins since I was a child. I mean, I don't even think I was in kindergarten when I saw Nightmare on Elm Street.
Wait, the one with Johnny Depp?
Yeah, the original one. But, like, I don't know. I don't think there's a petition actually that someone put out to get the remake canceled. Because another thing is they're not going to do practical effects. It's going to all be CGI, and I'm not against CGI. In some aspects, I think it's a better alternative. Except with horror movies, if you're going to make like, did you ever see A Quiet Place?
No. It's one that I wanted to watch, but like I just never got around to, because that's the one that was John Krasinski's movie, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
There are certain things you have to use CGI for in horror movies. I get that. If you're going to make an alien just walking around, yeah, don't practical effects that. It's going to look like garbage.
It's going to look like it did in not Signs. What was the spoof, the Scary Movie in Scary Movie 3? where
Yeah.
it's just like the dudes in the suits just like walking around.
Yeah. But
And my favorite part is when he goes, "Oh wait, let's see that again," and the guy walks the other way.
one of my favorite. I love those movies. One of my favorite parts though is from. Did you ever see Scary Movie 5?
Which one was that? Was that the Paranormal Activity?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where they which they're always making fun of Charlie Sheen.
Mm-hmm.
But when Lindsay Lohan's like, "I'm gonna blow you across the room," Charlie Sheen's like, "Okay." I love those movies, but no, like there's just certain things. I don't know. I guess it's just my opinion, but if they're gonna remake certain movies, don't use CGI. Use practical effects
Yeah,
because
especially for me, it would be like if you're trying to do like the monsters, like definitely do it for like the masks and
yeah.
like the outfits, like definitely do it for like stuff like that,
Oh,
like the Michael Myers
oh,
mask, the
definitely. I
Freddy
mean,
mask, like stuff like that.
exactly. Like here's my thing. The Thing, the movie The Thing.
Mm-hmm.
This the one they remade, I think 2011, the like
Sounds
prequel to
about
the
right.
80s one. The prequel to the 80s one, I think they used a little bit of CGI, and they did it in certain aspects. It was okay. It was needed, but in others, it will never be anything like the Kurt Russell.
Yeah, it's a there's 2011 and 2017. I think it's just
2017.
yeah. I don't know what this. I think this is just yeah. I think yeah. That just says like documentary. It's 2011.
Yeah, the 2011 one. Certain parts of it they needed CGI, and I totally get that. But there was a lot of it where it didn't capture the same essence of that's creepy, because you look at it, you're like, okay, that's obviously made in a computer.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't bother me. But if you look at the original one, that has some parts where you're like, I know it's a movie, I get it, but that actually does look pretty fucking scary. I mean, and that's why it's one of my favorite horror movies ever made. I mean, it is a damn good movie. But yeah, other than that, we've been watching a lot of horror and documentaries, and we watched Disney Plus put on a show called Legends,
Okay.
and there's only 2 episodes, and it's like 6 minutes each. Like it's that, but they say it's going to talk about all the characters that you're going to see in the Marvel shows.
Mm-hmm.
Like so far, they did Wanda and the Vision.
Yeah.
I think they're doing it by week. So I guess this week or next week we'll get Winter Soldier and then the Falcon and then Zemo and all that. But the anticipation for WandaVision, man, it's eating at me. It's eating at me hard.
Yeah. I'm very excited, mainly just because this is supposed to set up not just like it's not just going to have to do with the show, but it's also going to be like the main reasons for like Doctor Strange, Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
So it's going to set up like more of the future of the MCU as well.
And I'm looking. I am so looking forward to that. And here's my thing though, and I know I've said this in the past. Before the MCU, I was never a really big Scarlet Witch fan. Like I could have given a shit less, and I was never a real big Vision guy. But these movies made me like them. Like
Yeah,
I was actually kind of heartbroken that Vision died.
yeah, I think the casting was really good.
Oh, Paul Bettany.
And they've been written very, very well.
Oh, 100%.
I think one thing that does help with the Vision in this movie is the fact that they made it like the Jarvis from the Iron Man suit,
So
and they gave you like a reasoning behind why he sounds the way he does.
yeah, well,
And I think that helps. That helps kind of make sense of things.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, the way these movies made it was, you didn't know that you were going to get Vision,
Mm-hmm.
but when Vision came out, it sounded like Jarvis. You're like, okay, yeah, okay. I'm 100% on board.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that was kind of my thing. But before I before we talk about WandaVision, I got to ask you a question. What's your favorite Marvel movie?
What's my favorite Marvel movie? Ooh.
Yeah.
So like I don't want to say like Endgame because
Yeah.
like it was really good. It's got everybody in it, so there's kind of a little bit for everything. What's my favorite? I want to say I'm probably gonna go with, if we're doing like team up movies included,
Yeah.
then probably like the first Avengers movie, just because like it was the first one of those movies that like gave you the multi movie like payoff,
Yeah.
where you had your Iron Man, you had your Captain America, you'd had the Hulk movies that technically were part of the story, even though it was three different people at that point.
Yeah.
Like you had the Thor movie, so like you had, backstories for everybody, but Widow and Hawkeye.
Yeah.
So like it was the first one that gave you like that multi-movie payoff, where like you had to watch and wait, and it built, and it just culminated in this world of just awesomeness.
Yeah.
And then, but if we're just going like solo movies, I would have to say probably uh, Captain America 2.
That's a good one. Captain America 2 was good. And that was kind of the one that made me like the Winter Soldier too. Because I don't know, growing up I had read a couple of them. I wasn't a big Marvel guy growing up. You know? Like I had read a little bit, and it had like mainly Spider-Man. But it had always sold me, but I wasn't always like, okay, this is great. I mean, I was just like you, I'm a DC guy through and through. But I don't know, mine is probably, I gotta go team up movies of Age of Ultron,
Okay.
because a lot of people shit on that movie. I like it.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
It could be because I like James Spader, and he played Ultron. He voiced Ultron so well, and one of the
In
best.
The Office.
Didn't watch it.
That's your fault, not mine. I tell you all the time you need to watch it, but no.
I don't know, but but one of the most beautiful parts of that movie is the ending of it. Well, at the ending, after, what were they? Were they Sokovia?
Yeah.
Yeah, and after they had destroyed all the Ultrons, and Vision is standing on that cliff, and the last Ultron comes up, they're sitting there talking. That is so beautiful, because Vision's doing his whole thing.
One of the greatest puns of all time.
No, I was born yesterday. But
I'll never be mad at a good pun.
Oh no, 100%. But I think one of the best parts of that was Vision's talking about humanity and all that, and Ultron's just like, they're doomed, and Vision's like, without missing beats, like, yeah, yeah, they are, and it's like, he held the hammer, he held Mjolnir, and he's even sitting there like, oh, humanity, oh, they're fucked. They're pack your bags, we're going home. That's one of my favorite parts of that movie. But
I did love that too. Whenever he picked up the hammer to hand it to Thor, and Thor just like,
we gotta go, and Hammer's like,
what? Okay.
That, or the when Tony's sitting there talking, he's like, I'll get him first. He's waiting for me. And Vision's like, that's true. He hates you the most. And Tony's just like, just looks off camera. But no, I mean, my favorite solo one, Captain Marvel. No, that's a lie. I don't know. I gotta think. Probably Far From Home.
Okay. I
Because,
know why, but yeah.
oh, I fucking love Mysterio.
I was about to say, it's all Mysterio, but yeah, I
Oh,
get
I
it.
love Mysterio. I mean, I don't know if I've told you, when that movie came, well, when they announced the villain for that movie, I was telling Brandon, I was like, dude, we got to go see this movie. And, he already knew, usually if a Marvel movie comes out, we go see it. So, in the theater, right at the beginning, when they're looking out in the desert, and Mysterio pops in, is like, who are you? And they tell me, he's like, you don't want any part of this. I'm like, I'm sitting there hitting him. I'm like, is this there? He's right there. Look at him. Look at him. Look at that beautiful man. And then all through the movie, I'm sitting there like, come on, they got to do a Mysterio. They got to do an illusion sequence. Like,
Oh, they did.
Oh. I mean, and I get the whole thing was pretty much, they had illusion sequences before. But that part, you could have heard a pin drop. Because it was done so well, and it was 100% Mysterio. There wasn't a second of that part where I was like, no, Mysterio wouldn't do that. It was like, they got it right. And he's beautiful.
Just that one scene where he put him in that illusion and made him get hit by a train.
Oh.
It was so good.
Well, that and the whole like the snowball head.
Oh, like, yeah, the snow globe head.
Like, oh, cleaning crew. Okay, cleaning crew. But no, we got in the car, we left the theater, and he was like, dude, I'm not gonna lie to you. I had no idea why you were so psyched for Mysterio. He was like, but now I do. And I was like, I know, right? Dude's bad. He's a bad man to deal.
Jake Gyllenhaal did such a good job.
Oh, Jake Gyllenhaal does great in everything. Everything I've ever seen him, I have never complained about one movie I've seen him in. Not one. And I don't think I will.
I mean, there was that one movie that he was in where he was a big pain in the ass, but
when I started my rant on Jake Gyllenhaal, in my head I was like, dude, he's gonna make a Brokeback Mountain joke. He's going. You know what I think is weird? Okay, get this. Okay, so Robert Pattinson's the new Batman, right?
Mm-hmm.
And everyone's giving him shit because he was Twilight, gay vampire, all that. And everyone's, oh, he was a gay vampire, which the Twilight movies weren't bad. To be honest, they weren't my favorite. They weren't Harry Potter, but I mean, if there was nothing else on, I guess I'd watch them.
I wouldn't even do that. I'd find something else.
The books, I read the books. The books were good, but I mean, that was a lot of my sister's influence on me too. No, I'm just kidding. That was kind of my own accord. But everyone's giving Robert Pattinson crap. Oh, what is it? Is his Batman gonna sparkle? They're saying making a lot of gay jokes. Heath Ledger played a gay cowboy.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't inferred. It wasn't like, oh, is he? It's like, oh, yeah,
oh, he was.
And he was a Joker, and no one said a damn thing.
I mean, people complained, but after the fact, no one complained.
Oh, and no one's going to complain about Pattinson.
Mm-mm.
Because we watched that trailer at work, like 19 times?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but no, I kind of got off on a rant again. But yeah, it's Age of Ultron and Far From Home.
Now, I will admit, I almost said the first Iron Man as my favorite solo.
The first Iron Man is pretty good. I dig it.
Because it's like it's the one that set everything in motion.
Here's the thing: if Iron Man 1 would not have been successful, we wouldn't have this conversation right now. In all honesty.
I feel like they would have given it a second, but it would have been what was second? The Thor? I think Thor was before Captain America, right?
If you want the truth, I can't remember the order they came out in.
If the first one wasn't successful,
I feel like it was Thor.
It had to, because they set the hammer up at the end.
No. I think Thor was after Iron Man 2.
Okay, so then
Because now that I think, yeah, because we watched Iron Man 2 like a couple weeks ago. I think it was Iron Man 2, and then Captain America.
you may be right.
I can't remember the exact release order because it has been 10 years.
Well, actually, the second one was the Hulk, if you count that. Then it was
Okay.
Iron Man 2 and then Thor.
Okay.
So if Iron Man wasn't successful, I feel like we might still have gotten like a Thor or a Captain America.
Yeah.
And that would have kind of been the end of it if that one wasn't successful.
I think so too, but I think part of what made those movies successful, honestly, was Favreau.
Yeah.
Because he really knows what he's doing. And even in the movies he's acted in, I mean, that dude, he's a good actor. He was good in Friends, Made with Vince Vaughn, Swingers with Vince Vaughn, Four Christmases with Vince Vaughn. Dude, I think him and Vince Vaughn are either friends or they just loathe each other so much that they're like, I'm gonna make you successful. But no, I mean that dude, he could do anything he wanted to. Honestly, he could. I honestly don't even know, man. I don't know.
I mean, we've seen what he could do with Star Wars.
I saw there people were making fun of all the shows that Disney announced, and they're like, "What if?" And it was like Star Wars Broom Boy, Star Wars Jar Jar, Dexter, whatever from Attack of the Clones.
Give me Darth Jar Jar.
100%, Darth Jar Jar.
Favreau directed Darth Jar Jar. Let's go.
But no, WandaVision. I think WandaVision's gonna be great, man. I think it really is. Marvel hasn't done me wrong yet, and I'll give Captain Marvel as much shit as I can because that's just not one of my favorite Marvel movies. But that movie was fucking successful,
and it did give you your personal favorite moment of the MCU. It made Mallrats canon.
Yeah, it warms my heart every time. But
also you got to see a blockbuster, so that was cool.
Yeah, I know, right? I haven't seen one of those since I was a kid. I mean, shit. But no, I don't know, man. WandaVision. What are you hoping to see from WandaVision? What do you hope they give you? I mean, we know what they're kind of going to give you, But what's one thing you want from the show?
I would love to see like an actual. I would love to see them do like what I'm thinking is going to happen with like the House of M, where that's how we get the mutants.
Yeah.
So I would love to see that, but even if not, like I'm not going to be mad if we don't get it. I'm sure they'll figure out a way to kind of introduce them.
Yeah.
But I would love to see the House of M. But like one thing that I've seen a lot of like play for in terms of what might be coming is Mephisto. And that would be good as well.
I heard about that too. Here's my thing, okay? I'm assuming that it's after Endgame. I feel like that's what it is. So, if you want the truth, I want answers. They announced WandaVision, and I was like, okay, yeah, it's gonna be during. I figured it was gonna be during the like Black Widow is. Black Widow is set between Civil War and Infinity War. I thought WandaVision was going to be that too. It was going to be, what's Wanda and Vision doing during everything that happened? During Homecoming. What was the other one? Was it? It wasn't Ant-Man. No, I think the one was Homecoming, wasn't it?
No, I mean Ant-Man 2 was pre
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
because Ant-Man 2 literally like the post-credit scene was the snap.
Yeah.
So
What are they doing during all this time? And if you want the truth, I'm kind of glad I'm not getting that, because the more I think about it, the more I think that's going to be boring. You know, what are they doing during all this? I mean, look, I saw the beginning of Infinity War. They weren't out fighting.
mm-mm.
They were in, what was it, Italy, just like chilling.
Yeah, it was somewhere in Europe.
Much. So I like this better, because what I think is going to happen is this is going to slowly cause the madness of Scarlet Witch, is the fact that she lost Vision, right? And someone's screwing with her head that she's seeing Vision. You know, he's back. I think they're gonna take him away from her, and she's gonna lose her mind.
Yeah,
she's gonna go like really nuts.
I don't think she could handle losing him twice.
No. I don't think she can, and I think that's what's gonna. I think slowly, because like I told you, it went from 6 episodes to 9 episodes, and I don't think they're an hour. I think they're 30 minutes now. So I was kind of rooting for an hour, but you know, yeah. See if I'm right on that one. I feel like I am. I know it's at 9. I just don't know if it's at an hour or if it's at 30 minutes.
It's 30 minutes.
Yeah. So I don't think it's going to happen for the.
So it says that there's 6 hours of runtime for the whole show.
Yeah.
So it's like they broke some of the episodes up to stretch out to 9 episodes, but it's still going to be as if it was like 6 hour-long episodes. Which
I can't wait for. But, you know, I just hate. This is the only thing that Disney Plus can kiss my ass on. Is the fact that I have to wait per week. That's the reason why I got streaming, is I don't have to do that. But I'll be fine. I'll live. I did it with Mandalorian, damn it. But that's what I think it is. I think it's going to be the Vision was given back to Wanda in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, obviously, there's no bringing him back to life because it's a comic book movie, yes, but I don't see them doing that. I see whoever it is that's doing this, who I think you said was Mephisto.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who they're saying. I don't think have they confirmed that 100%?
Well, I mean, I don't think it's confirmed. I think that's just like the prevailing theory.
Speculation and all that.
Because he was mentioned in
was it Doctor Strange?
It was one of the post-credit scenes
mm-hmm.
where it was like listing a bunch of like people, and one of the names on there was Mephisto.
Yeah.
But they didn't like say it. It was just like you had to like pause it and read.
Yeah, and it was
it was mentioned, but it wasn't said.
Well, it's kind of like Doctor Strange is mentioned in Captain America 2.
Mm-hmm.
So they're doing good with that. The one thing that I saw a picture the other day, did Marvel forget that they teased Adam Warlock? Because that felt like it happened 9 years ago.
Well, so the problem was it was supposed to be the Guardians 3, like he was supposed to be the thing, and then the James Gunn stuff, it kind of switched around their timeline. So I feel like we might still get him for.
I think that's what we're going to get in Guardians 3 is Adam Warlock, who I can't wait for them to see that. But no, but yeah, that's my thoughts on what it's going to be. Is Wanda got Vision back, you know, and she's finally happy again. And someone's screwing with her, and what they don't realize is she's kind of very powerful. And the more they screw with her, the more that it's going to drive her nuts. I think that's when she's going to cause the mutants and cause the multiverse.
Mm-hmm.
Because I personally think that she's going to cause the multiverse to get Vision back. You know what I mean? To take a Vision from one universe, pull him back. Now she gets her love, but she's kind of putting the universe at stake.
Yeah, so we were supposed to get that movie like now
What movie?
because it
Oh,
was
Guardians. Yeah,
yeah, Guardians 3 was supposed to be the first movie after Far From Home
yeah,
because it was
but
supposed to kick off Phase 4, but because of the firing and rehiring of James Gunn,
yeah,
it pushed
it
it back
won't.
till after he could do Suicide Squad.
Which that's another one I can't wait to see. But no, I can't wait to see what this is going to bring us because this is the first Marvel thing to come out in what I think almost 2 years.
Uh,
Because I think the last one was Far From Home, right?
Actually, I think so, yeah. Because Far From
So
Home was after
it was after
Endgame.
Endgame. It was like July, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, in about a year and a half, almost two.
Yeah, because it's
July
July
of 18,
2019.
not 18, 19. Sorry.
So we'd had a year, yeah, about a year and a half. Because it'll be
So
almost 2 years for the movies, which would be Black Widow in May.
yeah. So I'm honestly looking forward. I've been hitting that Marvel itch, dude. I've been needing some Marvel, and I get why they didn't give it to us because Corona and all. They got to be safe. But damn it, I need some Marvel. Okay. And now, luckily, as of when we're recording this, we only have what, like 2 days?
Yeah, because it'll be out on Friday. So
Yeah, 2 days, and finally get to see what happens next.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, WandaVision, it's gonna be something new. Which yes, we have gotten like Marvel TV shows and all that, but those shows haven't really tied into the MCU. I think Agents of Shield did a little bit just because of Coulson.
So Agents of Shield tied into the MCU, but like the MCU didn't tie into
Yeah,
Agents of Shield.
yeah.
Like so the MCU I don't think ever made a reference to like Agents of Shield,
The Agents of
but
Shield made
Agents of Shield had consistent like references. I think there may have been like one or two like Infinity War Endgame timeline. There
yeah,
were a couple of references, but for the most part, Agents of Shield like consistently made references to events that happened in the movies, but it was never really reciprocated.
yeah. But this is something new. It's something that directly ties into the movies.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, yeah, Agents of Shield, they made references, all that. So in a sense, it did. But this is the first TV show that you're getting the future of the Marvel movies is
Mm-hmm.
right here.
Oh yeah,
Which is why I think it's brilliant that they're making that instead of making this a movie, it's a show. Because you have to watch this show if you want to understand the next couple movies. I mean, other than Black Widow, if you want to understand Doctor Strange 2 and Spider-Man and all that, you have to watch this show. You have to, okay, that's what that is. Okay.
well, the one thing that I like about it being a show is that it gives them you get more technical screen time than you would if
Yeah.
you had made it a movie. Because even Endgame was like 3 hours of screen time, but for WandaVision, it's going to be 6 total hours of screen.
That's why I feel like Marvel needs to do more TV shows because Punisher, and I know you said that you didn't really watch Punisher. Punisher was great. Daredevil was great. Like even Arrow. Arrow is a very good show,
Mm-hmm.
and the show did more than a Green Arrow movie could do. Because a Green Arrow movie, you have the beginning plot, but you got to wrap it up because you're not going to have that long. The show is like 24 hours of this is story.
Yeah, so it would be because it was roughly like 45 minutes of
45
um
minutes of show, like
yeah,
certain 21 episodes or something like that.
yeah, because it was about 20 episodes for the
Yeah.
season,
So
and
you get
then
extended story. That's why I love shows, man. A TV show can do a lot more in a season, I feel, than a movie can in 2 hours. because you're going to feel more for these characters over this season than you kind of will for, like, yes, in the movies, you eventually do grow to love these characters. Arrow, honestly, if they would have put Roy Harper in the movies, I still would have liked him, but I wouldn't have been as, what's the word I'm looking for? Invested in him as I was in the show, because Roy was one of my favorite parts of that show. I feel, because I've always been a Red Arrow fan.
Mm-hmm.
They did him very good.
Yeah, I think so like the show is roughly like 15 hours of like actual screen time for each, or of actual story time.
Yeah.
So because like you just assume that you're taking out like 15 minutes for commercials, so it's like 45-minute episodes.
Yeah.
So you're getting about roughly 15 hours worth of like actual Arrow, as opposed to like a movie, which is like 2 to 3. Which
that's another show I need to go back and rewatch, because man, that show was good.
Well, I mean, now that it's over, you can definitely. It's not going to be. It's not like there's going to consistently be more to keep up with.
Yeah, but no, I mean, I don't know, man. WandaVision is going to be something to watch. I think. Here's the thing, Mandalorian. A lot of people say that the only reason why they had Disney Plus was Mando.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like WandaVision's about to take that place. Not take Mando's place, but while Mando's not on, here's what you're getting. You're going to get WandaVision. You're going to get Falcon Winter Soldier, Loki, all that.
Yeah, so that was one of the things that they said that they were trying to do, like one big thing, like every couple of months. So it's like you're going to you got like Mandalorian for like your Thanksgiving time. You'd gotten Soul for like your Christmas. It was supposed to be, it's going to be WandaVision for like the first of the year. Later on, it's going to be Falcon Winter Soldier. Later on, it's going to be Loki. And then there's going to be like some little things sprinkled in. Because like beforehand, it was like after Mandalorian was like their first big thing. And then the other thing that they were doing to try and like get people to sign up was they got the rights to like Hamilton. So they had the Hamilton musical on there. That was something that everybody came for. You had like Mulan. Like Mulan
I have yet to see the live action.
I didn't watch it, but like there were some people that like that was something that they were interested in, and that was something that they got it to watch for.
I know Serena wanted to see it. We just haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, I think now it's like free for anybody that's a subscriber.
Well, when they first
at first it was like behind a paywall, but now I think it's open for anybody that already subscribed.
Yeah, well, when they first announced they were going to put on Disney Plus, we had talked about renting it, and then they announced like, "Hey, wait till December and it's free." And she looked at me and she was like, "I can wait." I was like, "Okay, cool." So, and we just haven't watched it yet. But yeah, I mean, Disney Plus, they're being very smart about their content, because. And that Mandalorian show, dude. That they got Mandalorian, and they have like they are milking Star Wars, and you're not going to hear me complaining. But they got what, like 9 Star Wars shows coming out now?
I think it was like 6, because like one of them is Mando, so it's already out. It's just they've announced more seasons. So there was supposed to be Mando. There was going to be the Bad Batch, which was going to be animated.
Yeah, it was going to be like Clone Wars.
Yeah, so that one was going to be one on its own, but you were going to have Mando, Boba Fett, Ahsoka, and not Rogue Squadron, but
was it Rangers?
Yeah, Rangers of the New Republic. That's what it was. So all 4 of those were supposed to be like a tie-in, kind of like how they did the Defenders on Netflix, where it was like you had Punisher, you had Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and then it was going to
have you seen those Thrawn posts?
Oh, in those groups?
Yeah, where everyone's like, "This is someone put Osmosis Jones, the obvious choice to play Thrawn."
My favorite was what's his name from Arrested Development and like Blue Man Group.
Yeah. Well, I saw one it was Steve Carell. But no, did you hear who's in talks to play him?
Who?
RDJ. Which, yeah, they said that. I was like,
Nah.
no.
No.
Here, I've seen Robert Downey Jr. as a villain before. Like, he was the bad guy. Well, yeah, I guess you call him a bad guy. He was the bad guy in U.S. Marshals with Tommy Lee Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I've never seen him as a bad guy. In movies that I've seen, at least. But don't know. He doesn't need to be thrown. I love Robert Downey Jr. to death. Great actor. No. Just no.
Yeah, I just don't see it with like looks or like voice really. Like neither of them kind of fit.
But
I think we both had like better options
Jason
than that.
Isaacs.
Like I'm sure the RDJ Favreau connection would be kind of nice to see again, but just not in that way.
Yeah, no. But did you hear about the justice for Johnny Depp that just happened?
Oh,
I don't think it's 100%. I think it's rumored, and it's not anything to do with Amber Heard, unfortunately. But everyone's kicking him out of movies.
Mm-hmm.
Robert Downey Jr. said that, well, at least this is what's rumored, that Johnny Depp is going to be the villain for Sherlock Holmes 3.
Ooh.
Yes.
Give me
all
of that.
How did you like those Sherlock Holmes movies?
Oh, I love them.
Oh, yeah. Jude Law as John Watson was a casting I didn't think I wanted, but I'm so happy I got it. Because
I love those movies so much. Even the Moriarty that we got in that second one.
Oh,
give me more of that.
That dude, he's a great actor in general, though.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't remember his name right now. He's been in a bunch of stuff. But yeah, those were pretty good. I like the Benedict Cumberbatch ones too, though. That was a good show. And the Moriarty for the BBC one, Andrew Scott, I think.
Jared Harris.
That's his name, Jared Harris. Which is weird because my brother asked me that same question like 2 months ago, and I was able to say his name right on the spot.
Oh, it lists him as playing Moriarty again for Sherlock Holmes 3.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think more. I haven't read the
Sherlock, but I
haven't read the Sherlock Holmes books in forever. But I don't think Moriarty died at Reichenbach. But then again, in the TV show, they were doing most of the books pretty good, mm-hmm. and Moriarty mainly came back as like a figurehead. Like, he wasn't alive, but he came back in flashbacks and all this. So he might be coming back as that. Who knows? Whatever it is.
That's what I remember him from. I was trying to remember what I remembered him from besides being Moriarty. He was Dr. Ashford in Resident Evil Apocalypse.
He was. I forgot about that. Man, I haven't seen those movies in forever either. Those Resident Evil movies are pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know if I ever watched the last one, but I'd seen all of them up till that point.
I watched, I think, the first 4. And
number 2 was my favorite, Apocalypse.
Number 2 was, I like number 1. It's not my favorite, but it's got some parts that are very enjoyable. Number 2, though, their version of Nemesis was very good. And
the fact that they like really kept the storyline where it was the other dude that made it out of the.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Those Resident Evil movies and even the games, dude, they're great. I played the remake of 2 and 3 this past year, and they're pretty good. I played 2 and 3 on the PlayStation. Like, PlayStation. And yeah, I'm glad they redid it. The graphics for the PlayStation, not gonna lie.
Not that good.
No, thank you. I mean, I'm sure they were great for the day.
Yeah.
But Yeah, I think I like Nemesis and these better. But I can't wait for the Netflix show because that's gonna be. I think Mia Jovovich, is that
Mila
how you say it?
Jovovich, yeah.
Yeah, I think she's coming back for the show.
Good. Like I can't see anyone but her playing that character.
Yeah, no,
At
I
this point,
mean,
I think she's more known for being that person than whoever voiced them in the video games.
honestly, it was probably a Japanese woman because the Resident Evil games, I think they're 100% Japanese. Like they're made in Japan. They're everything Japan.
Hmm.
Because I think Capcom's a Japanese company.
Yes.
That's why Street Fighter it always looks like mangas.
Speaking of which, they do have the Marvel versus Capcom video games. Those were
I like
all, so
those.
like they like what was the lineup? Because I know you could have Modoc. That was one of the funniest ones that I saw.
I can't remember the lineup for those games. I honestly haven't played them in forever. But no, I mean, speaking of video games, Ubisoft announced that they're doing a Star Wars game. That's one that it's open world.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's gonna be so good, man. I love it. I love it. I think Bethesda pushed their Harry Potter game back to 2022. Don't know why. I didn't read into it. That's one I've been waiting for also because it was going to be like
Was it supposed to be like an open world, or was it more of like a
the Harry Potter game.
yeah?
I want to say it was open world as much as it could be with Harry Potter because honestly, I know you're at Hogwarts. That's as much as I know about this game. Honestly, I mean, Bethesda's doing it. That's what I heard at least.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be, you can create your own wizard and there's going to be a storyline and all that. I just don't know anything else about it and I don't want to know.
Yeah.
Because I want to go in not knowing a damn thing. Because that's one of my favorite parts about, games and movies and all that. I wish trailers didn't exist.
Uh,
To an extent. To an
yeah,
extent.
I was gonna say it's fun to kind of see like what like just as that little taste to kind of get you even more excited for like the actual release. But
The only reason why I say it is this. One of my favorite things to do is go into a movie and I have no idea what the hell is about to happen.
oh, have you watched Tenet?
No, I have not watched it.
Because I hear people come out of that movie still not knowing what the hell's going on. So
Dude, the same thing happened with Interstellar. I don't know what the hell happened with Interstellar. All I know is that it sounded smart, and when I watch it, I feel like a dumbass. So it puts me in my place because you know me. I kind of am a smartass. And I know everything. That movie reminds me, no the hell I don't. But it's just like Inception. I love Inception. And I kind of know what's going on in that, because that one isn't obviously trying to hide a lot of shit. The ending is
that one was very well explained within the realm of the movie because you had a character they had to explain it to in the movie.
Yes, and I mean, like the ending. Every time I see that ending, it infuriates me.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't think of any other way to end that movie.
No, oh god, it's so good.
It's just like, did you ever watch Shutter Island?
I haven't seen that one.
That movie, I watched it first when it first came out. I can't remember what year, but I couldn't. I think I might have either I was just in middle school. I know I wasn't in high school yet.
2010.
2010. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, I was either. I can't remember what I was doing in 2010.
I had just graduated high school, so.
Yeah. Thanks, jackass. But but no, I was pretty young. I was only like 12. So that movie, is so well written because it's based on a book by, I can't remember the dude's name, and honestly, I don't know. That movie, when I watched it as a kid, I didn't exactly know what was going on, but I watched it again in high school, and that's a movie they need to show that movie in film school.
I was about to say it's a Scorsese movie, so it probably is.
Yes, anything by Scorsese is great.
I was about to say it looks like it's got a pretty good cast.
It does. Leo DiCaprio, great.
I see Leonardo. I see Ben Kingsley. I see Ruffalo.
Ted. What's his name? Ted Leary? I think that's his name.
I see a Ted Levine.
I think that's it. Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs. Great movie. Great movie. Anything by Scorsese, I'll watch.
Also from Wild Wild West.
Who was he in Wild Wild West?
The bad guy. General McGrath.
We must be thinking about someone else then. Who's that? That's Ted Levine?
Yeah. He's it lists him as James Gum from Silence of the Lambs. And then General McGrath from Wild Wild West.
Never mind. Yes, I remember. I remember now. Yeah.
So it's not the dude in the wheelchair. It's the
Bloodbath McGrath. Yeah, I remember now. I was thinking about the dude in the wheelchair. I'm about to say no, that's Gilderoy Lockhart. How I know
it is, isn't it?
How I know is because it doesn't matter what he's in. I always go Gilderoy Lockhart.
Oh man, I never realized that was. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
But no, anyway, we kind of got off topic again, as we do.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, it's totally.
These are things that I needed to realize.
I have to know. But no, but yeah, I mean, back to the original topic. Disney Plus, they're doing the Lord's work. They really are. I mean, but what I want to know is each show only going to be a season? I mean, I know they said that Loki might get another season.
Yeah, I feel like it's just going to be like a one and done. Just kind of like their way to give you more story than a movie, but I mean, it's going to advance the plot, so there's no real way that you can go back to it because it's just going to go from start to finish and then on to the next thing.
Yeah. They said Loki might get a second season because honestly, at this point, unless Loki kind of back into the current timeline, he's down for the count. He's done. So
yeah, so it's like you can do that with that show because it kind of takes place outside of the main timeline.
Yeah.
But for the ones that take place in the like WandaVision, Falcon Winter Soldier, like those are kind of.
Yeah, I think that's just gonna be a one and done. It furthers the plot, which hey, I'm fine with because I want to see WandaVision and I do not mind the Falcon or the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, I'm excited to see both of them just to get some more Marvel.
Oh yeah, what I didn't notice the other day, and I saw it on Instagram or Facebook, was everyone was like, well, why didn't Cap give Bucky the shield? And other than the Hydra shit, it was it was saying he's the perfect soldier, and it was a flashback to the doctor from Captain America with Stanley Tucci,
yeah,
who was not a perfect soldier but a good man, and they showed Bucky and I forgot his name. Sam, that's what it was. I feel like all the Marvel fans are just gonna try and shit down my throat right now. But it showed Bucky and Sam And it showed Sam, the good man, Bucky, the perfect soldier. I was
Hmm.
like, okay, I see what you did there. Man, I can't wait. Honestly, I really can't. I hate that I have to wait another 2 days. I really do. This is going to be the longest 2 days of my life. Just like it's also going to be the longest 2 months of my life.
No, just to wait to see the ending.
No, to see Justice League.
Oh Jesus, yeah. At least we get that at the end of WandaVision.
No. Oh, that's going to be so good. I can't wait, man. I
Because
mean,
that's going to be like 4 hours of Justice League at that point, right?
yeah. And I'm not sure if they're going to do it weekly or if they're going to put all 4 episodes out at once.
I don't know if it's going to be weekly. If they're just going to go like day.
Which either way, I'm cool with. I'm
Because
cool with
I
that.
don't think we're going to get it like all at once. I think
No,
they're
I
going to
don't
make
think
us
so.
wait something. But
I think that's what's going to happen too. But I also see Warner Brothers going, they've waited long enough, damn it. Boom. Because if Warner Brothers loved us, they'd do that. If they had feelings. But no, did you hear about the Justice League news?
what happened?
Martian Manhunter.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be what's his name? I'm not sure if they're going under the John Jones name. I don't see why they wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to be who was he? He was in Man of Steel, and he was in Batman vs Superman. He was the general guy,
Yeah.
the one with Lois Lane and the with balls like yours. You belong in here. He 100% announced that he's done both regular shoots and in full Martian Manhunter get-up shoots. So we got that to look forward to, which I kind of feel like that was always going to happen. Like, they pretty much teased originally that Martian Manhunter was going to be in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess they thought they swept it under the rug, and everyone was like, no. We saw that. We know what that is. But I don't know, man. I mean, they've announced so much stuff for this Justice League movie, dude. I mean, Jared Leto,
Mm-hmm.
Deathstroke. I mean, Martian Manhunter. Did they say Lex? I can't remember if they said Lex or not. But they have announced all these characters. This is either going to be one of the most overpacked DC things to ever happen, or the greatest. It can go two ways. I'm rooting for the latter.
Obviously. I want to see greatest.
If it's the greatest Justice League thing to ever happen, we get more DC. And as a DC guy, I'm all set for it.
Well, I mean, we are still getting Flash movie and
Flash,
outside of the Batman, but like specifically for that DCU, it was
Black Adam,
it was
Shazam
Flash.
2.
Yeah, so it was Flash and Aquaman 2
Yeah.
were like the direct ones to the little Justice League set. But there is still Shazam 2, Shazam 3, Black Adam that are in the works. And
Wonder Woman 3 is in writes right now.
Hmm?
They're writing Wonder Woman 3 right now.
Yeah. I mean, we knew that one was getting a third no matter what.
Without a doubt.
And then I think that's it, besides like the Batman. But
I think so too. Yeah, I think so too. I think that kind of.
Yeah, and we're getting like the Lanterns show for HBO.
Oh, that's gonna be great too. I don't know, man. They're not doing Hal Jordan obviously because they're gonna keep that for the movies. I get it. Give me Kyle Rayner at least, please, or John Stewart.
I was about to say, I feel like if we're getting anyone for the movies, I feel like we're going to get John Stewart over Hal Jordan.
As long as it's not Guy Gardner. Because let's be honest, dude, I could have given a shit about Guy Gardner.
Well, so the reason I think it's going to be John Stewart is that's the one that was in the animated series.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the one that like most people our age grew up with.
Oh, 100%. I mean, yeah, they had a little bit of My mind is drawing a blank right now, dude. It's been a long day. Um, the other Green Lantern, whose name escapes me right now. But
Not to mention, we did get Hal Jordan's story in the
Al
terrible
Jordan,
one with.
that's the name. That's the name. It's been a long day. Okay.
We
But
did
yeah,
get a lot of Hal Jordan in the Ryan Reynolds movie. So
yeah.
they're
Which,
probably going to want to like skew away from that. So we'll probably get somebody different.
well, what I heard was they're talking to Ryan Reynolds about coming into Justice League. I read that somewhere that he was going to come in as a cameo. I don't think he's going to be in full Lantern. I think it might just be Ryan Reynolds being like, "Hey guys," and it's like, really?
I mean, give me him in the Deadpool suit, and that would be funny.
That would be so beautiful. If you just see Batman, he's like, you see Deadpool is like, that would be amazing, and I love it. But unfortunately, never gonna happen unless someone puts out a boatload of money.
Oh yeah, that would take a lot of money right there.
But yeah, I mean, another great thing is, speaking of Ryan Reynolds, they said that Deadpool is going to be rated R, which I feel like they announced that already. I know that they said that Disney was doing Deadpool, but I felt like they announced it was R-rated already.
So I think it was just people assuming that it was going to be rated R and hoping.
Yeah.
But then it was like they never confirmed nor denied. And so I think this was like the first time that we got confirmation that it was like, yeah, it's going to be rated R.
Which, look, here's the thing. If they didn't make it rated R, they're not that dumb. They're not dumb enough. They really aren't. They're not going to take a character like Deadpool and PG-13 him. They've already seen it. They've already seen what happens. It doesn't work. But, I mean, here's the thing. If we're getting an R-rated Deadpool, that opens up the avenue for Blade being rated R.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if you've read a Blade comic, don't PG-13 his ass either. Blade is just one of those characters. I mean, he just has a content with his stories that it's okay. We can do it rated PG-13. It won't have the same effect. I think that's what made the Wesley Snipes Blade so great, other than Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, I was about to say he made that one great. That haircut, oh god, it was so perfect.
Everyone can shit on the third Blade movie. Ryan Reynolds was funny in that movie. He was hilarious.
Equally.
I love the "Hello, my name is fuck you." That's just funny, man. That or the I can't remember the other one. Oh no, they're talking about the secret weapon, the Blade's secret weapon. He's like, it's a new breakfast cereal. It's the same chocolatey taste and all that. It's like, what? That movie it's something great, man. But no, look, when they announced they were doing Blade, and the dude they have playing him, who's
Mahershala Ali.
Yeah, I would butcher his name.
I got you.
He kind of, you can tell he's not Wesley Snipes, but he favors him enough to where it's like, okay, I'm not going to bitch about it.
I still would love to see like Wesley Snipes be the Whistler.
That would be so great.
Either that or like if it was going to be, maybe it was going to be like a flashback. Maybe have like Wesley Snipes be old Blade and Mahershala Ali be like young Blade.
Ooh.
Like a narrator kind of thing. Kind of like what they wanted to do with
Conan?
Well, yeah, I've heard that with Conan too, but I was thinking more of Lando with Billy D. Williams.
Oh yeah, with the tail, the like logs or whatever.
Yeah.
But no. Blade is just, I want to know how they're gonna slip vampires in. Like the Avengers knew about everything else. What the hell are those? But I kind of feel like it's gonna be they knew about it, but they also knew, that's not us. We got this. We got all this. You do that, and we're good.
Well, I mean, it's still like one of those whole things about being in the shadows, right? Like it's one of those things that it happens, but like it's not to the level of threat that would ever pique their radar.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
Like you could, it's that weird little middle ground where you could kind of imagine that it just kind of skates by.
Yeah,
Where it's
that makes
like it's like so out of the, like it's above most people where they would even know about it, but it's not like important enough that it would ever reach the top. So like
yeah,
it would
that
just
makes
be kind of like a certain couple of people that are like in the middle there that would know that it's going on. Kind of like a, like I would imagine I would love to see like a Morbius and a Blade connection too, because I know we're already getting the Morbius, the Venom, the, like all of that with the Spider-Man after he's done with the
that's
MCU.
that's yeah, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be so good. Which I've never been a Morbius guy, but that trailer made me like Morbius.
Yeah, I'm excited for that to come out.
It also gave me a renewed faith in Jared Leto's acting. Because let's be honest, Joker wasn't the best. His Joker wasn't the best.
I mean, we just don't know what he was supposed to be doing,
Yeah,
because we don't know if he was going to be like the Robin that was turned to the Joker, because it would fix all the issues, because it would
yeah, it
explain
really
why he's
would.
not the Joker, but he looks like him and he acts like him. And we also don't know
Yeah.
what kind of direction he was given on how to play him. So it could have been the director's fault that he did that.
It could have been a lot of stuff, but I didn't like his Joker that much. I liked him in Fight Club. He was pretty good in Fight Club. Requiem for a Dream. That movie's just 8 layers of fucked. You ever seen that?
I saw it and I still don't get it.
It's a lot. It that it mm, it mm. But honestly, everything he does, other than Joker, I've liked. I mean, I liked Mr. Nobody. I think it was pretty good. His music was better, honestly, though. his music was good. I've always been a pretty big fan of his vocals. The dude's got a great voice. I think he kind of tried to step into acting, and not all of them are great, but some of them are pretty great.
Yeah, so he won an Oscar for Dallas Buyers Club too, I think.
I forgot he was in that.
It lists him as
I
being
only saw that movie like once or twice though. So
it lists him as being in the new Blade Runner movie. I hadn't seen that yet.
I didn't see it either, which I hate because I've always been a pretty big Blade Runner guy. Harrison Ford, they can put him in anything and I'm good.
He was
Speaking
in American Psycho.
Oh yeah, okay, I remember him in that now.
I don't remember him in that. That's what I've seen.
He was the one that Christian Bale killed with the axe.
Oh, okay.
He's sitting on the couch, he just right there with an axe. But no, yeah. And speaking of Harrison Ford, they're doing an Indiana Jones game, another one.
Game?
Yeah.
Okay, just make it. I mean, it'll work. Like Uncharted sold so many copies. Like it's
and
literally
honestly,
the same thing.
And you don't. The thing with that is you don't have to adhere to a certain timeline. There's a lot of years between the movies.
Mm-hmm.
You can have. There was one I played on the PlayStation 2 years ago. I can't even remember the title of it. Honestly, all I remember is I didn't finish it.
Was it an Indiana Jones game?
Yeah. I can't remember right now, honestly. What was it? I mean, it was a good game. It was just, I played it, I was young enough to not really quite understand the dynamic of video games. You know what I mean? Like, story video games.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, right now, I could beat it. I can't even remember how old I was when I played it.
Yeah, it has one that was from 2009. It looks like there's one from 2003.
What was the 2003 one?
And the Emperor's Tomb.
That's what it was. I don't remember. I don't remember much of that game at all. The only thing I do remember was there was a riddle, and once I realized I don't know what that riddle is, I kind of gave up. I was like, I'll live. I don't need to. I don't need to play this.
Because I mean,
But
they've been making games on Indiana Jones since like the Super Nintendo days and the Genesis.
yeah, I don't know, man. I can't wait to see how his new game's going to be because hell, I'll play it. I love Indiana Jones. Give me as many Indiana Jones movies as you can possibly give me.
Yeah, I was
Games,
about to say
I'm
all
all,
you have to do is like you can just make like Uncharted is basically just Indiana Jones, just like reskinned.
yeah,
So
pretty much.
like it'll work, like it'll sell.
Yeah, Indiana Jones is. I don't know. There's a built-in fan base. That's the greatest part.
Mm-hmm.
There's a you got kid. Well, I don't know about kids nowadays, honestly, because I don't know. I think this newer generation, this like being born now, by the time Harrison Ford is gone, which I hope is not forever, but let's be honest, he's not a spring chicken. Neither is Betty White. She's like what 2 weeks from being 99.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. She'll be here after me.
Oh, without a doubt, she is her and Keith Richards, vampires and or immortal. Actually, here's my theory. Okay, Betty White is God, and Keith Richards is the devil, or swap those two. Keith Richards is God.
No, no, I like the first one.
It would be funny if Betty White was the devil though. It's like Betty White. Is this what happens when I die? And she's like, yes. It's like you have to watch the Golden Girls 24/7. And you're just like, God, I'm sorry. Honestly, I love Golden Girls.
Get me out of here.
But no, talk about Keith Richards, dude. Pirates of the Caribbean as Jack Sparrow's dad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all day long. You're never gonna hear him complain about that.
And then which one of the Beatles was his uncle?
Was it? I can't remember. Was it Paul McCartney? It has to be Paul McCartney. I think the rest are dead.
Yeah, I think it was Paul McCartney, but
I think it was Paul McCartney because I think Paul
yeah,
McCartney.
it's Paul McCartney.
Yeah, because I think Paul McCartney is the only living Beatle, isn't he? Because I don't think Ringo's alive. I know everyone knows John Lennon isn't alive. I don't know. I haven't really kept up with that.
No, it says. Well, let me double check.
Okay.
I think Ringo might still be alive.
I honestly don't remember.
Yeah, Ringo's still alive. But
see, I need to stop saying people who might be dead because I thought that who was it, Pat Sajak? Thought he was dead. Turns out he's alive and kicking. So I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
yeah, Ringo and Paul McCartney are the only ones left.
Yeah. God forbid I get someone right one day. I mean, shit. But no, I mean, still think one of the best Beatles references was Jungle Book, man.
Was what?
Jungle Book. Because the vultures are supposed to be the Beatles.
I think my favorite was from Walk Hard.
Talking about the one with what's his name?
John C. Reilly.
Yeah, John C. Reilly.
Yeah, so he goes. So there's like it's talking about like his progression from like basically being Johnny Cash, and then it's like going through his life, and eventually he gets to a point where he meets the Beatles doing like drugs in India or something like that.
I still think was that the one with was it Jimmy Meadows with the does it make you not have sex? It makes sex better.
Oh yeah, Tim Meadows, yeah. Yeah, that's from the very end. Because like the whole time like he's talking about like all these different drugs and it's like you don't want no part of this. And then at the end it's like it's Viagra when they're like 80 years old. He's like, it does it better. You want this? And he's like, no, I'll pass.
Oh, that's funny. That's good. Oh man. John C. Reilly's great. I love him. I think he's funny.
I was gonna say, let me see if I can find who Uh, yeah, who was the? So I know. Let's see here. It was it was Jack Black, Paul Rudd, um, let's see, Justin Long and Jason Schwartzman were the Beatles in that movie.
I'm gonna go back and rewatch that.
It was so funny.
Have you seen Jack Black's TikTok?
I have not. I don't really use it a lot.
Oh my lord. That's one of the reasons why I think we were put on this earth, just to see Jack Black's TikTok. That man has no shame, and he shouldn't. You know how big Jack Black is. He got a little bit of poundage on him.
Mm-hmm.
He's in a skin tight Spider-Man costume, like playing around, and I'm like, he's my spirit animal. Oh, hey, do you remember Goofy movie?
Yes.
You remember what was his name? Who was the singer's name? I can't remember.
Powerline.
Powerline. Who voices him?
Uh,
No, don't look it up. Take a guess. I'll tell you who it's not. It's not Michael Jackson.
I feel
Sounds
like
like
it was.
Michael
I
Jackson.
feel like it was somebody actually famous, but I can't remember who.
I can't remember his name. I thought it was Michael Jackson for the longest time. Because he sounds like Michael Jackson. I mean, vocals sound very much alike.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not. It's like his name starts with a T.
Yeah, it's Tevin Campbell.
Yeah. I was watching it the other day because, let's be honest, a Goofy movie is a...
Look,
It's a
that
pretty-
little concert scene slaps.
Look, that song had no right to be as great as it was. But it was amazing.
I'm about to say it was so good.
Oh, it was I watched that the other night. I can't remember if Serena had seen it. I know she said she had seen an extremely Goofy movie. I can't remember if she had said she'd seen the first Goofy movie. Great movie. I will always stand by older Disney. Always. But no, man, I mean, we covered some good topics today, We just have 2 days until we can text each other, blowing each other's minds about WandaVision. The 15th, it's slowly coming. And I personally can't wait. I mean, but, anything else you want to add for this episode?
I was just looking up what Tevin Campbell was like in, and he was like a legit singer. Like he's got multiple Grammy Award win, like Grammy.
Yeah,
Awards.
I think he was only 19 when he did Goofy movie or something like that. He was.
No,
I think he was.
He was born in '76, and that movie came out in the '80s. Or not the '80s, the '90s. I mean, it came out in '95. So, yeah, maybe I think he actually was. Yeah, he was 19 at the time.
I feel like he should have done the whole soundtrack, but I think he only did 2 songs.
Because like he really got his like first start like in the early '90s. So
Yeah. Great vocals. That's one of my favorite parts of that movie.
I will legitimately listen to that song like
I
100%,
did.
like,
I have.
all the time.
It was stuck in my head for 2 days. I was walking around the house just annoying Serena singing it.
It's like it legitimate. I think my favorite part is it looks like his character like looks exactly like what you would picture like kind of like mid 20 teens like Justin Bieber or like the bigger comparison is like mid 20 teens Justin Bieber to Zach Morris in Saved by the Bell when he goes on to be a pop star.
Yeah, I
Like
heard
those.
someone say that. I heard someone say it reminded them of if a young Michael Jackson and Prince had a baby.
Well, so they said that it was. I mean, realistically, like his character was based off of like Bobby Brown.
Yeah,
So, like that's what you're really getting there is like it's Bobby Brown. Like that's who you're.
but I'll watch that movie 1,000 times. I love it. I love that movie.
I'm trying to see if it lists anybody else. Where was that? Yeah, it lists Bobby Brown, Michael Jackson, Prince. Like all three of those is like inspirations for the character. So like that's pretty much what you're.
And you can kind of see it.
Yeah, I think it was Eye to Eye. I think is the one that was like from the
Yeah,
end of the movie.
yeah,
That
it
one is
was.
just a banger.
Did you see that video I posted on Facebook?
I can't be certain, but
It said, if she doesn't know what this is, she's too young for you.
was it
It's a dude
Powerline?
dressed up as Powerline singing Eye to Eye, and I was like, "That's my childhood
You gotta hit the perfect cast.
cast." Oh my god, that movie's great. That movie's great. But no, I mean,
Oh, I do have one more thing. I was
okay.
given something last night that
Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that is beautiful.
I
That's
was about to
awesome.
say it is a literal like Hot Wheel version of the X34 land speeder. So they don't specifically say that it's Luke's, but
It's Luke's.
it's
Let's
Luke's.
be honest. That
Because
that's
it
beautiful,
like
man.
it has it like if you see it like on the front over here, like it's got like the scuff marks and like it looks like it's been used and
Yeah. Oh
but
yeah.
it looks kind of like it's an old hand me down, not like a new model. But
Yeah.
it's Luke's.
That's cool as hell, man. That's cool as hell. Yeah, I got added the collection for the office. I got Professor X pop,
Mhm.
another Magneto, and a Nightwing.
Oh, so I learned about a pop that even I want
Yeah.
so bad. It is a pizza delivery Spider-Man.
From Spider-Man 2. Pizza time.
It's pizza time.
Pizza time. But no, they put out a bunch that I ended up wanting. It's like we went today because Serena was talking about she wanted to buy another mask. So we went out, we went looking, we went to Hot Topic. And they put out the I think 65, something about Disney 65. They put out a Peter Pan one. Let me find that Peter Pan pop. It's going with my other one. Because you know me, I'm a Peter Pan guy. It's my favorite Disney movies, favorite books. They had a Captain Hook I got to get.
Okay.
But yeah. Yeah, that they also put out a Kool-Aid Man one. of
I just sent it to you.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Oh, that is Oh, it's on Box Lunch.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
it's an exclusive to there. So it says that there's no more that you can get, but
See, that's raggedy.
I'm trying to see if like what the
I
yeah,
think
it looks
you
like
might be able to find it on
it's a $30 pop from Amazon at this point.
Yeah. Well, Box Lunch also had one with Endgame that was Iron Man that I wanted to get. I just never got it. Just like I meant to get the War Machine and the Quantum Realm suit. Never got that.
Okay.
But I do want to get that Kevin Smith one. Because, yeah, next time we go to see Kevin Smith,
You want to get him to sign it?
Oh, here's the thing. I'm going to pay the extra money because little did I know, yeah, you had to pay for that to get him to sign it. So I didn't know that. That's a fault of me. Next time, I'm getting him sign my book in the pop. But no, yeah, office is almost done. We're just waiting on the desk. Once the desk gets in, you'll see pops behind me and posters and all kinds of nerdy greatness.
Wait a minute. They made a legitimate there's one of him that it lists like the thing that he's from as Fat Man.
Yeah.
It's like $50.
Oh yeah. Because that one they don't make anymore.
Because it says like something 2017 Kamikaze exclusive.
Yeah. That one I want to get to. But I'm mainly looking at the Amazon I think it's the Amazon exclusive.
You can get Iron Bob.
We saw that I'm not Hot Top FYE today. I almost got it. But I'm waiting.
What does it say? It said something. What does the box say? It says limited edition Comic-Con, like San Diego Comic-Con.
Not that limited, I don't think. Well, I know it's a limited edition. There's one at FYE that I don't know, I might get it eventually.
Because they have, the Amazon exclusive one's only like $12.
Yeah,
but that's the one with just like him and like a little in that purple jacket and backwards cap and just like says Kevin Smith on it.
What is that? The directors or the producers one? I think it's directors.
Yeah, that's the director, but it's an Amazon exclusive.
See, me and Serena were talking today, and you've seen the pictures, and I know the pictures are up on the Instagram and all that of the shelves for the pops. The next one I'm going to work on is the directors and producers line. I want to get him, Guillermo del Toro, Jason Blum, J.J. Abrams, pretty much any director they have. I'm gonna get there. But
oh my god, you can get there's a 2-pack Blunt Man and Chronic.
Mm-hmm. I wish I would have gotten that when they released it, but I never did.
Yeah, it's like almost $100 now.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of them that I wish I would have gotten. That now that I think about it, like there's some I wish I never would have opened. Because there's a lot of them that if I would have opened them, they might have been worth some money. But I opened them, so like I have a Flashpoint Batman.
Oh, okay.
The Thomas Wayne Batman. If I wouldn't have opened that one, I think it'd been worth like $100 and something bucks. But I don't know.
Play with your kids' toys.
Don't play with your kids' toys. No, sir.
You buy them the toys and you keep them in the box. They never get to play with them.
Yeah, my office. When and if I ever have a kid, don't play with Daddy's toys. I don't want to play with the Iron Man. No, you can look at the Iron Man.
You can look at it from 7 feet away because you will destroy it.
Can I hold it? You look with your hands. You look with your eyes, kids, not your hands. But no. I mean, we had a pretty good episode today. I mean, it was a damn good show.
Mm-hmm.
Damn good. I'm proud of the work we do here, man. No, like we always say, thank you guys for your constant, viewing and all your support. We appreciate it. This podcast is going pretty good for it only being like, we're on episode 10 now.
Yeah, I think so.
So it's 2 months going on 3 months strong. So thank you guys. We appreciate all the love and support. All the follows and all that. Like we've said 100 times, we'll constantly keep saying it. You have any ideas for us, just DM one of us, slide into our DMs. Slide into it all nice and slick like. We'll answer them.
Yeah, and if you have any like comments on like what you want to see from WandaVision or anything, if you've got any like pops that you're proud of or something, like just feel free to let us know in the comments.
I'm thinking about probably sometime this next week or something, because once we get the office done, all you're really going to see is me sitting here. I'm thinking about I might just video record, show the office, show where I'm going to be doing my parts and doing the us doing the watch alongs, so everyone can see it, see what they think about the old office.
Mm-hmm.
Got a lot of work going on there, so. But no, if I will say this, when next we meet, one, we'll have watched WandaVision. And two, I will be older. I'll be wiser. I'll be more aged with knowledge. Because next week's episode is my 23rd birthday.
Oh, birthday episode party.
All right. I figured that my birthday will fall directly on that day. So, yeah, my parents meet 23 years of useless knowledge up here that annoys everyone else, but finally I can put to good use. You know,
except 28 for me.
Oh, but no, I didn't mention this when we were talking about stuff we watched. Now that I think about it, I finally watched Get Out.
Okay. I still haven't seen it, so.
Well, Serena had told me it was good, and I had been meaning to watch it for forever, but just never really got around to it because it was never streaming anywhere. And I didn't really want to go to the store and buy a copy of it. Mm-hmm. So we went to the store and we bought a copy of it. And yeah, that there's a reason why Jordan Peele makes money. Because that movie it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I'm never going to turn down anything that he's made. I think he's absolutely fantastic.
Oh, no. Us was great. Get Out was great. I can't wait for Candyman.
Mm-hmm.
That's one that, yeah, I'm going to the theaters to watch that shit. Because I grew up watching Candyman. You know, it's just like me and Serena, we're going to go to the theaters to see Scream 5. You know, see Neve Campbell come back, and I think they said pretty much everyone's coming back.
Mm-hmm.
All the people from the series that are alive. Halloween Kills. We're going to go see that. I think it's this October. She's probably looking at me like, no, we're not. We're going to go see it. And I'll be wearing a Michael Myers mask and sitting in the back, and she's going to be 4 seats away, acting like she doesn't know me. I'll be
Sounds about right.
You know, like the geeky little kid, you know. But no, you know, other than that, you got anything else you want to add to this spectacular episode that we have just given?
No, I had my show and tell.
Yeah, just show and tell, you know. Well, hopefully this week I'll be able to show and tell The Office. You know, I don't know if you can see the little baby Groot pop on the plants on the wall back there. But no, you know, until next time then, I am Josh.
I'm Jeff.
And this was Nerd is the Word. Thank you for watching, and may the Force be with you.
And this is the way.